Hi, I'm going to be talking today about the IB Diploma's Theory of Knowledge. I'll be talking about the new guide that is going to be first taught in 2020 and first assessed in 2022. A brief overview of some of the changes and also to show you how it's assessed. So if you're a teacher or a student, hopefully this will help a little bit. So TOK is part of the IB Diploma's core, which also includes the extended essay and CAS. The extended essay and TOK put together, the grade there can be worth up to 3 bonus points, an AA or an AB combo is 3 points, and so on. So TOK in general, nothing really changes here with the new guide. Essentially it's about this question: how do you know that? How do you know something is true, or how do you believe something is true? That's the fundamental question behind TOK. Now, the way it's taught is quite new. It's a different structure now. There is one core theme. This is more personal and to do with the students' knowledge and beliefs, and ask them to consider how they have come to form those beliefs. The optional themes, of which they must study 2, are listed below here. They're more general and all about the impact that they have on the world and people's various perspectives and identities. I'll go through those in a bit more detail later, but that's the basics of what's taught and what you learn. On top of that, we have areas of knowledge, or AOKs. These are compulsory. You have to study these 5: history, human sciences, natural sciences, maths, and the arts. And again, I'll go through these in a bit more detail. Now, how you study is through knowledge questions, or KQs. Knowledge questions are general, and IB has divided them up into 4 parts. So whatever you're looking at, whichever area of knowledge, whichever theme, the idea is that you use this vehicle, these knowledge questions, to help you. And the way they're divided up is into scope, perspectives, methods and tools, and ethics. And I'll touch on those a bit later as well. The idea is that's a vehicle that you can use through all of TOK. Now, knowledge questions are general, not subject-specific. They're also contestable, which means you don't normally have a yes or a no answer with them. They're more about looking at how we analyse knowledge, and also they use lots of examples and evidence all the way through. They're generally about concepts, not subject-specific words. To give you an example of that, it's probably easier to see. Here, if we're looking at the views of 2 historians, that would be a subject-specific thing about history. A more general question that comes from that would be, how can we decide between the judgments of experts if they disagree? And we can look at the various ways that may come about. You can see other examples here. The ones on the right, much more general and about knowledge. The ones on the left, a little bit more specific. Okay, so those are knowledge questions. The assessment is 2 parts. You have an exhibition, which is worth 1/3 of your grade, and you have an essay, which is worth 2/3 of the grade. In a separate video, I will talk about the assessments. On top of all of that, there are 12 concepts that run through this. You can see them listed there. I won't go through these ones in too much detail. They're fairly self-explanatory, I think. Okay, now, the 4 elements that are used, as I mentioned, we have scope, perspectives, methods and tools, and ethics. And you're going to be using these running through the whole course. So the first of these is the scope of something. So essentially that means, how does each theme or area of knowledge fit within everything we know? Scope, another word, could be the range of something. What kind of problems does a particular theme or AOK present, and how can we address that, and what kind of practical problems can be fixed using the theme or that area of knowledge. Perspectives is to do with different views that people have. How do the students and other people view knowledge within a particular theme? Has that knowledge changed over time? Possibly in almost all of them it will have done. And is it important to know what other people think about this knowledge? Does that affect your own knowledge or belief? The methods and tools is really how the knowledge is derived. So questions like, what assumptions underlie the methods of inquiry? Does good evidence vary from discipline to discipline? What counts as evidence when forming knowledge? That could be very different in different areas of knowledge. And how is knowledge produced and communicated? Ethics, which is to do with doing the right thing, Discussions here can be particularly interesting. It's a particularly good area to look at. Questions such as, should the pursuit of knowledge be limited by ethical restraints? How can we know when we should act on what we know? Things like that, for example, with automated cars, should they be programmed in the event of an accident to save the driver or a pedestrian? So questions like that can are particularly fascinating. Let's have a quick look at the actual core, the knowledge and the knower. As I said, this is really about you as students. So these are some of the questions you might look at. Essentially, where do your values come from? Why do you believe the things you do? What shapes your perspective? What kind of biases are there? How do you make decisions or opinions where you maybe don't have all the information? So we ask general questions like this to think about you and to personalise TOK here. Things you could look at would be fake news. Why do you believe what you believe? What do you read? Why do you read certain sources? Could look at propaganda. As I said, in general, it's personal to the student. The optional themes then branch out into wider areas. So the optional themes, if you remember these, knowledge and technology is a new one. So things like artificial intelligence. Do we need humans to create knowledge? Social networks. Do they reinforce what people think, or are they actually open areas of discussion? Be an interesting new area to look at there. Knowledge and language. To what extent does language reinforce stereotypes, or to do with race, gender, or class? And could also include non-human communication, like talking with machines, phones, that kind of thing. Knowledge and politics, again, really good area, very topical. We could look at things like, again, fake news, post-truth. Where do you get your own views from? Why do you believe them? We could look at areas of history where people have tried to eradicate or rewrite history, such as the Khmer Rouge in Cambodia. Lots of interesting areas to look at there. Knowledge and religion. Religion's a very different type of knowledge. It doesn't necessarily require the evidence that, say, science does. So questions like, is religion a way to create ideas about what is right and wrong? Different type of knowledge. Knowledge in indigenous societies. This is knowledge that's bound to a particular group. We look at how knowledge is transmitted, maybe through art or culture. You could also look at things like colonization. Has that affected who owns knowledge in particular groups, or who takes care of it and passes it on? The areas of knowledge, these are broad areas, as I said, similar to your subjects. So things such as history. How do we know what's true in history? What kind of sources do we base it on? Why is certain history taught in schools but not others, for example? Human sciences, this is in psychology, economics and geography, this kind of area, looks at the study of human existence, so you could look at the differences between this and, say, natural sciences in terms of how we look at data and how we validate data. The natural sciences, we look at things like, has the meaning of science changed, or scientific knowledge changed over time periods? Has the knowledge always grown? That kind of thing. Is natural sciences knowledge here, is it a superior kind of knowledge? And then the arts. We look at, how do we give meaning to art? How do we decide what art is? Are there ethical boundaries for art, or does anything go? And then finally, mathematics. Maths often is seen as having absolute truths when it comes to knowledge. We could look at, why is it considered a more important subject in certain cultures? And also maybe less obvious questions such as creativity, imagination and beauty. In what ways are they connected to knowing about maths? So lots of different areas there to explore and have a look at, okay? I hope that helps. Very brief introduction and overview to TOK, and as I said in one of the other videos, I'll be talking about the way that the new TOK is assessed. Thank you very much.